I had unlocked something in my mind that was like, no matter what the circumstances are, here's the kind of man I'm gonna be. Here's the kind of person that I'm gonna be, even within this environment, whether I get out or not. And so part of that was I had to free myself from this anger. Like people see my story now and it's like, oh, this must have been like a model prisoner. I'm like, I was wilding it in the first 8 years. I'm like 36 misconducts, new case, 7 years in solitary confinement. But when I got to that place where I was like, I want to produce different outcomes, giving up that anger was one of them. And in order to give that up, I had to look at who am I all angry at.
How did you do that? Because I say things like, not giving a fuck is freedom, meaning caring less of what people think of you, not worrying about the opinions of others. That's freedom, right? Living your ultimate, who you are, no matter what that looks like, no matter what that looks like to other people, that's freedom. Absolutely. So how did you get away from the anger?
Yeah, for me, it was like recognizing. So I had this idea that I was like, the kid who wasn't angry, right? Because all my friends' moms be like, oh, you're so mannerable, you're so thoughtful.
Right.
Well, they never saw the other side. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I had kind of bought into the idea that I only get active when somebody has done something offensive, right? But in reality, I realized that I had hurt a lot of people. You know what I mean? And that I was really this angry kid. And what happened was I started journaling. And it's what I call active journaling, right? And I really talk about it in the book because sometimes people are like, oh, you just write a thing down. It's like, no, you write it down so you can be clear about it. But then what are the action steps you're going to take to heal from it? And for me, I would write when I was in solitary, whenever I would like find myself like really, really angry, like my neighbor blew the power out one time. I'm literally writing in my journal like, yo, when I get out, I'm a shank dog, blah, blah, you know what I mean? But then I would go back and read it because that was the active part. Like, don't just write it, but go back and read it when you're not angry. And I was reading it one day and I was like, this sounds like a madman. This is not how I see myself, but this is really who I've become, right? And so I knew like, if I wanted to be a different person, I had to heal that person.